Hey, I am so sorry that I'm just now getting back to you. Last week I was sick and I felt like I was gonna die. So my voice is a little bit crazy, but I am going to try my best to explain eyeshadow and I already did this eye and I've done my foundation, but I always kind of touch up after I do my eye. So hopefully you can hear me just fine, and I'm recording, and then I will, I'm just recording on my phone and then I'll send it to you. So hopefully it makes the transition. Okay, so when I very first start, I use an eyeshadow primer. This is the Urban Decay. And you don't need to use this, but what it does is it helps your eyeshadow to stay on longer and helps it so it doesn't crease, especially if you are using eyeshadow that isn't like the best quality, but Saint eyeshadow is amazing. So, but I still use it with our eyeshadow. Okay, so first what you're gonna wanna do is take a light shimmer. This one is called As You Wish. And now if you have eyelids that are really wrinkly or that, and don't take that in a bad way, but if there's wrinkles on there, then on your eyelid, then you only want to do maybe this area just to add a little bit of brightener. I like to take mine all the way to the half, and I'm just putting it like over the eyeball itself. So hopefully that's making sense, but I go like half, but then just where it's pressing on my eyeball. And then I will take another shimmer, like a medium tone shimmer or a medium matte. And then I will take that and do it on the other half. Or if you just did that center part or that, like that center corner triangle area, then I would do the matte the rest of the eyeball. Okay, and then I take, where did I put that brush? And then I take a fluffier, brush, and then I dip into kind of a darker matte or that medium matte, but they're both like in the same family. They're both in the warm family. And I go right here and then I brush it over. And then just remember that you need to look at your own face. Use your own face as your guide, your map of your face, okay? So those two colors, this medium color is called Butterscotch, and this one is called Zion. And this one was called Peppa. Okay, so now I just pause right here, and then I will, and you can do it in any order that you want. This is Anastasia gel liner, and I go on my waterline. You do not need to do this. I feel like when you go on your waterline, it makes, so see how all of a sudden my eye looks smaller? It's not going to end up doing that. But right now it deepened where my eyelashes are coming from. So like the base of my lashes are going to look like I have a lot more like thicker lashes. So this is Anastasia Jet. It's a waterproof liner. I always use the waterproof. Okay, so now I'm gonna take this brush and get my eyebrow wax. Where did I put her? Okay, there. So this is the eyebrow wax. Hopefully I've suggested it to you. Then you spray a little bit, and it's kind of a little bit tacky, not tacky, but it feels like a bar of soap. And so you have to kind of use the setting spray to activate it. And then I just rub it basically on one side of the bristles, and then I brush them up. You don't want to overdo it with the wax, because then it's like when you put way too much hair gel in your hair. You can kind of see the hair gel, so you don't want to do that. And then, so I brush them up, and it kind of is like setting a little bit. But then, I don't know if you can see these eyebrows. I need to trim those. But I just kind of smooth them over so they're not like so straight up. And it seems like eyebrow styles, they do have a style in themselves. So right now it's kind of like the fluffy eyebrow is in. Okay, now I just let those eyebrows dry, and then I go back to my eyeshadow colors that I used. And then, see, I'm ridiculous. Okay, so I'm gonna take that lightest color with an angled brush, and you can use, this is a MAC angled brush, and I think it's the number 216. It's been rubbed off, but you can also use one of the Saint brushes. And I take a little bit, tap it off, and then I place it in that corner, like on my lash line, and then I do it on the bottom. Now, because this is shimmery, I do like to add just a little bit in the corner. Now, if it starts to go over too far, it's going to accentuate anything any wrinkles, wrinkles basically. So if you feel like it's not doing you any favors, then don't go so far with that shimmery color. Okay, and then I will take one of these colors, like the medium matte or like a little bit of a darker matte, and then I start to go, so I take, like this, and then close my eyes, and I press that color. So I am not a huge fan of eyeliner like pencils. I use eyeshadow as my eyeliner. I feel like it lasts longer and it's not so harsh in the colors. Okay, now I'm gonna go underneath also. And I'm pressing it on my lash, like on my lash line. See how it just kind of, and I like to put eyeliner on the bottom of my eyes, or yeah, underneath my eyes, because I always put mascara on my bottom lashes. If you do not put mascara on your bottom lashes, then don't put eyeliner on your bottom lashes. Okay, I'm actually going to grab this color and I'm gonna connect. So right here, I did that lighter color and then I did the dark. So I did the lighter, come on hands, the lighter, and then I did that darker. And I didn't put this color on my top lashes, but I just needed something to add, kind of to like bridge the gap. You could even do like a medium tone shimmer underneath. And I really love to do that because it draws the light to your eyes just a little bit more, which is kind of fun, okay? Now I will take my darkest, which this one is called Cocoa, and when I do my eyeliner, then I take my angled brush, and then I go on this side and then the other side, and then I make sure to tap it off because you'll get the fallout on your cheeks and you don't want that. Okay, so then I'm going probably like a third of the way. And then make sure that you are looking at your own face. Use your face as the map, okay? So then I'm going to go up here and add that as my liner. Okay, so what I add onto that, I use a tight pointed brush. This is one from Saint, and it's, all of our brushes are so soft and nice. This one is from MAC, but it's a lot more, it's not as soft. So anyway, I prefer this brush. Okay, so I'm gonna dip into that cocoa, and then, okay, so if you just look at my eyes, you can see how I have a slight hood right here. What you're trying to do with a dark matte color is to imitate and accentuate the corner, the crease. So it makes it look like your eye is more open and wider, and makes the focus on your eye instead of making your eyelid look hooded, or what's another word? Just making it look more droopy. You don't want to accentuate anything that you don't want. So, and for me, I want my eyes to look bigger. So I'm taking that cocoa color and putting the bulk, see right there? Now I'm going to kind of go down a little bit and then over, and I want my crease to look deeper because then my eyes look bigger. Now, if you already have big eyes, then you need to look at your eyeball and your eyes and determine what you want your makeup to do for you and what kind of a look that you are going for. Okay, so what I see, and hopefully you can see, is all of a sudden it looks like, oh, now she's got like a deep crease. Okay, so now you can see more of my color and the dimension from the crease back here to the lighter color on my eye, which makes it look like now here is deep and then there's my eyeball, when in reality it's like on the same plane. Okay, so it's just a trick of the eye. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, now what I do is I will take that same angled brush, and I'm rubbing on my hand because I'm lazy, and that is what I do. But I use a color called Trust, and it's an eyeshadow on my eyebrows. Excuse me. If you have if your eyebrows are not as dark as mine, there's another color that I love that's called Bird. And they're both a very neutral, but kind of on the cooler side of eyeshadow. Okay, so now I take my color. So I did it both on the side, and then tapped it off. And then I go under here. And everybody's eyebrows are also different, but mine, what I want them to do is to kind of peak up here and then slim down. Okay, so I try to go up like this and then pull it down. Okay, I need just a little bit more. And I'm tapping it off, and then I'm coming to that base and brushing it up through my eyebrows. Does my camera look okay? Okay. What am I looking for? Okay, so now I'm gonna do this. So you just need to make sure that you're staring at your face, obviously, but taking what you have and making it just a polished version, okay? So that was the Trust eyeshadow. Now I'm taking this brush, which I totally love, and I dip into my contour. So, anyway, you don't have to buy like another color. You already have, like you're already using this on your face, okay? So I go on the side. So I go side, side, and then it makes this point, okay? Now I turn the brush so the point is to the bottom. Now what I do is I draw individual hairs, okay? Now they should not be thick, okay? Sorry, I can't talk while I'm trying to. Okay, so now I just need a few hairs, and I especially like to put just like in the center of mine. I just need a few more hairs that are just a little bit longer, just like that. So you don't need a lot because you don't want to go overboard. But see how that just kind of made my eyebrows look a little bit more full and a little bit more manicured. Okay. Now I'm just kind of smoothing everything out. Okay. Now I take my eyelash curler. If you've never used an eyelash curler, make sure you pick one up. So I get as close to my lash line as possible. They do sell Amazon, Target, most places sell eyelash curlers without these bars. So if you have a really broad eye that your lashes get caught on the sides, get one of those that has it. There's a bar that's connecting like to the top up here, and then it can curl your lashes. And then when I did that, then I get really close and I go up. So like you're squeezing it all the way up. Instead of if you just squeeze your lashes, then they're gonna end up in like an L shape, and nobody wants that. Okay, now what am I doing? Mascara primer. So mascara is one of the things that I take the longest on. So this is the L'Oreal Voluminous primer. So if you have a mascara that you already love and is kind of your, like you've hunted and tried so many different kinds of mascaras and finally you landed upon the one you like, keep using it. Do not change, but add this. So you start out with the primer. I think it's $6 or $7 at Target, Walmart, Walgreens, wherever. So you first start out with this and you coat your lashes. So you need to imagine that, not imagine, oh look, here's a little broom. So every single hair on your mascara or on your lashes need to be fully coated. So you need to go on the underside, the back side, and then brush it through all over. So each of those hairs are fully coated. And then I do take my mascara and my mascara, but the primer and my mascara, and I go from one eye to the next eye. So I go on the underside, and then the top side, like this. Now it almost acts like glue, okay? And if you're doing like a craft project, and you apply glue, then it almost adheres better when you've let it just kind of get a little bit tacky. And that's the same with the mascara primer. So you go from one eye to the next eye while this one is kind of drying a little bit, and then you add the primer to that eye. I feel like I need a little bit more. Now, but it needs to be still kind of wet, tacky, and then you apply. So you kind of have to stay focused on your mascara. I find the times when I, oh, see how clumpy that is? I think I have another one, hopefully. Yeah. Excuse me. So your mascara should last 3 to 6 months. If it lasts longer than that, then chuck it, because it starts to dry out. Okay, so coat the front side, and then the back side, all of the sides. And if you ever feel tempted to go get false lashes or the eyelash extensions, try this first, because I think you will be so impressed with what your eyelashes naturally look like when you curl them, put eyeshadow or mascara primer, and then your mascara. You will be so proud of your eyelashes. I know it. Okay, so you make sure that you're applying everywhere, that it's getting fully coated. And I know that this might be like overkill, but I don't think it's overkill. So I think you take time in the morning or whenever you get ready, so then the rest of the day you can focus on the things that you need to take care of instead of focusing on or thinking, oh, I'm not pulled together, or I don't feel like I'm like my most polished self, okay? And then if your mascara, if your lashes start to clump together, then just take your mascara wand and twist and get those clumps out. I'm just going back on that other eye, even though it's already dry, but I had put some eyeshadow, so I don't want it to look weird like that, or like have the powder on my lashes. Okay, so that's the order that I put my eyeshadow on. And I, excuse me, I always do my mascara last after everything, because then that way I already have, I have all my makeup done, but then it kind of cleans up any eyeshadow that might have fallen onto my lashes. Okay, and then when you are picking out your eyeshadow, I always suggest to go with a light shimmer, even if you are 85 years old. It's just the placement of the shimmer, okay? And then I suggest to do either a medium shimmer or a medium matte, and then like a darker medium. Yeah, or even like this, and then a dark matte. So, and if you need help choosing your eyeshadows, please let me know. But you can get away with 4 eyeshadow colors. Just make sure that they are different enough that you'll be able to achieve a totally new look depending on which colors that you use. Okay, so hopefully, can you see those? That's so awkward, but you can see that they look different. It's not like I'm doing colors that look exactly the same. I don't know, that's a bad example. Anyway, so, and then the other thing is, if you're going to do eyeshadows, then you want to go warm or cool. When you start to overlap, like if you have like an orange or like a brown, and then all of a sudden you pair it up with a blue eyeshadow, what's going to happen is it's just going to end up being muddy, and you won't even be able to see the beautiful browns or the beautiful blues. And maybe that's a poor example, but anytime that you overlap the warms and then the cools, that's when your makeup just ends up looking muddy and it doesn't look like the vibrant colors that you want. Do not be afraid of eyeshadow. It's there for a purpose. It's there to really accentuate what you already have and bring out the beauty that you have and your eyes, and making it look like that's what should be highlighted. That's what you want people to look at. So if you have any questions, please let me know. And then rewatch this if you need me to, I don't know, go step by step with you and apply it. I'm also on Marco Polo, so send me a video if you want, or if you have questions, or if you want me to see how you're applying your makeup, and then I'll video message you back. Okay. All right. Have a wonderful day and let me know how I can help. Okay, we'll see you. Bye.